You be cold. You be cold, huh? You be cold right here. Waiting for y'all to get on.
What's up? Get that. Waiting for a few of y'all to get on.
Waiting on y'all to get on. Don't feel like it. I really don't feel like it. Which is okay. What's up, y'all? What is going on? What's going on? Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. That is perfect. What is up, y'all?
What's up? What's up?
So we just want to get on really quick.
Yeah, I hear us. I'm pretty sure y'all can.
We just want to get on really quick to talk about a couple of things. That's kind of bothering. I don't know, just say bothering, but it's just the topic that's just kind of getting blown out of proportion, kind of in a way, and then also a topic that is being talked about a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about this in a minute. Huh?
I think we gotta talk a little loud because y'all can't really hear us, can y'all? I'm trying to find out, can y'all really hear us?
Leave it alone. This one said you talking too much stuff. Don't listen. Men don't listen. Let's keep playing. So yeah, I would say that. So just to kind of get on topic, go ahead and talk about this because time is of the essence, of course. Um, so y'all probably saw, well, you guys have probably saw different statuses about being a simp, about what the video that Boosie kind of put out. We put open floor on this because this is just an open conversation for as long as we can be on here until we have to leave. So one thing I kind of wanted to bring up that has bothered me, and if the couple people that are on here right now, if you want to say hey, hello, put something in the box so we can see, your comments and stuff, that would be great. One thing that kind of bothered me about what Boosie kind of put out there about Lori Harvey was that giving credit to women, that's happening too much, and we should give credit because she's been with different partners. But I mean, if we're going to be honest, it's 2021. I'm sure she's not the only person that's been with different partners, and that's her business. That's just my opinion. So for the women and for the men that continuously want to call her a hoe or whatever you want to call her, sometimes you got to look in the mirror. And if you don't, then that's great. Dap it up. But I'm just saying, he basically said something along the lines of, have to stop allowing the women to somehow, I guess, have power, and give credit to the men that are running through these beautiful women. And don't get it twisted, Lori, what's her name? Lori Harvey. Sorry, Lori Harvey is such a beautiful woman, but at the same time, we need to give credit to the guys for running through. It's 2021. Stop that mindset.
Everybody's running through everybody.
Everybody's doing whatever they want to do. That's just kind of what it is. They're doing what they want to do.
I'm saying men get around, women get around. Is what it is because everyone these days are scared of commitment. I mean, it's just that's one thing I don't agree with. Just bashing girl because she outdoing her. What she doing is she realizing the game for real. So she actually can't get what she wants from this person, so she keep moving.
I wouldn't even say that. But I would say you're not supposed to settle. I don't care if it is Diddy or if it's Future or the people that I'm forgetting. Why should she settle? And you have to think about it, who her dad is. Her dad is Steve Harvey.
I ain't gonna lie. Her
Like,
dad is the dude that wrote Think Like a Man.
let's be honest. He's not gonna allow her to settle for anything, regardless of her being grown or not. Like, don't settle. If it's not working out, then you move to the next. And that's honestly how I feel.
But I don't get the power thing. Like, who cares who holds the power, and man or the woman? You know, if she doing her, let her do her. You know, it just I don't really care too much about what celebrities doing. It makes me no difference. You know, if you were with this person one day and then you with this person in a week, I really don't care
Or
because it ain't
anybody,
really,
regardless, it's your business.
it ain't really messing with my life. It ain't doing nothing for me. What's up with your Montel? It ain't
What's
really
up?
doing nothing for my life. You know,
Yeah.
so and another I'm gonna keep talking about this topic of the Russell Wilson.
Open floor, man. Do what you do.
So
Open
another
floor.
topic I want to talk about is this people calling Russell Wilson a simp. That's one thing I just don't give. So yeah, bro may be a little corny, but I mean, I'm corny myself. So I mean, I have no problem saying that. You know, so he a simp because he can't see himself without his wife, but he rather do stuff with his wife. So because he ain't living the Boosie life, or he ain't living, you know, future life. So he ain't living those lives. So bro, simp. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, because things are crazy.
Right.
Keep going.
So and I mean, it just doesn't make any sense because he's a simp because he'll be on TikTok with her. He get along with the kids. He does what he needs to do for them. They don't see no drama between them. You don't see them in the tabloids or Hollywood story. Like you don't see none of that. Why? Because he a good dude. He do what he can. He make his money. She make her money, and they coexist. So I don't get why dude is simp because he don't have no problems with her, or because he don't degrade her. I guess to anybody or lives or interviews or anything like that because he will be with his.
He's not hopping from woman to woman. I mean, I'm sure everybody has had their moments, whether you're a man or a woman. But at the end of the day, when you find somebody you want to settle down, you want to make it work, whatever it is.
That don't make you a simp though. That doesn't make you a simp. That's the shit that annoys me. You're a simp because you're a good dude and you'd rather be with this one woman and care for her and be there for her and do what you can for her. You're a simp. I mean,
for the most part, I feel like, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but I just did.
I see that.
But I feel like for the most part, is some of the guys, like for any guy that has been called a simp because you really like your woman or you're dedicated to her, you're really trying to do the best that you can to make the relationship work and not do things that will not make the relationship work. On that end, you have to be careful of your friends that you surround yourself around because and I've had exes that I've had to tell this and they didn't listen, whatever. That's why they're exes. Key point. But my point is be careful of your friends that you continue to allow to be around your partners, vice versa, because I found out a lot of guys, homeboys or friends or whatever you want to call them, they're jealous of the relationship. That's something that they want. They can't seem to get it because they can't get themselves together to get them a woman to be able to stay stable with them and connect on a certain type of level. So when you have it, of course they're gonna call you a simp because they're jealous of that. But as soon as you turn your back, guess what? They're trying to holler at your chick. That's the simp shit right there. Not the fact that he wants to be dedicated to his woman. The fact that you hating so hard, you so jealous, you can't even be like, bro, like I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, I can't wait till I get on your level, or I can't wait till I get in a relationship like that. That's gonna be steady and can be, positive on a positive note. That's jealousy. So you have to be careful with that. This is my opinion.
But I'm sorry. It's gonna be times as a man where you're gonna do some corny shit with your girl, or it's gonna happen. So it's not like it's the crazy thing. It's a simp move because I'm doing corny stuff with my wife or my fiance or my girlfriend. I'm not doing it with you. I'm doing it with my significant other. So I don't get what's the simp stuff there. And you say that,
that's a jealousy type of thing,
but it's funny because you say that to a dude who got lots and lots of money. I don't think bro cares what y'all talking about at all. He'll be a simp all day.
Because he's not
got millions of money.
You don't know what that man did in his past
Even
life.
the dudes that say they selling drugs on these songs, they probably not. More likely they not. Like I said before, they're actors. A lot of them are actors. They're not doing it. They got homeboys and stuff that's in the hood that's doing that, but they not doing it. Most of these rappers and most of these actors or whatever, they don't even live in the hood.
That's true. It's called being an actor. This is what it is at the end of the day. Like, but why are you so concerned about another grown man? That's the thing.
I just don't get how you a simp for that. Like that's what I don't get. Like the simp word, or like when the dude stop hanging around his homeboys as much, he start hanging with his girl. Oh, his girl controlling the relationship. She got him here by the nuts and stuff like that. Like, what? Because I cut my time with a bunch of dudes to be with my girl. And it's not even, I'm just talking just in general. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Or either,
that's probably why, and I find it funny when females be on there saying, you know, calling dudes on the gay stuff and, you know, calling them, you know.
I used to do that. I ain't gonna lie. I had an ex where I would be like, you always consistently with your homeboys. That's kind of gay, ain't it? He would get so mad, like extremely mad. But when you think about it, or like you have to think about it, not necessarily that like if you're in a relationship, it's not necessarily that your girl doesn't trust you, but maybe she has seen the things that your homeboys have said, done, heard what your homeboys have said, know how they act, know how they treat certain individuals. So that gives her a perspective of, it's not necessarily that I don't trust you. The perspective is that at the end of the day, I don't never know what could happen. Life is life. Stuff happens. That's just what it is. You just have to be careful with, again, who you surround yourself with. Like a lot of men have a lot of homeboys that for some reason they cannot let them go. First off, y'all cannot let friends go when it's time to let them go. Whatever. Second thing, that's a problem. Why can't, and the women don't always have to tag along. Women do not always have to tag along. That is fine. Y'all have y'all guys' night. Y'all do what y'all do, because 9 times out of 10, the woman wants to do what she do anyway, and have some time, have some space, right? But at the end of the day, how come it can't every blue moon be, okay, hey, let's bring our chicks with us? You have to think about that, because if you do that, guess what? Think about it. Your woman will be more comfortable with you hanging out with those type of guys that are supposed to be your friends, because they know that, hey, you have a girl. Hey, I have a girl. I have a girlfriend. I have this girl I'm talking to. I bring this shorty, whoever it is.
You're right,
it's more comfortable versus you. It's always a, well, how come we never can get, I've never been around them. Maybe I just want to meet them and see kind of what they're like. And it's always a no consistently. That makes a woman think like, okay, so what are y'all doing?
But see, now
you have to think about that. What do you say?
But now in this type of world now, we glorify the dudes like Future and them, how they treat they women, but and simp, and we want to turn our backs on, or we want to talk about the people like Russell Wilson, who's the good dude. So we want to glorify the bad, quote unquote, bad dude, the dude who sell the drugs, the dude that promote the music, calling the women out their names and everything. But we want to put down the man who actually doing right, and therefore his woman. That don't make no sense. It makes no sense at all to me. I mean, it's just that's just funny to me, because here's the thing, and this is what I've just seen. We went to go, do some mini golfing, so putt-putting yesterday. I saw a group of Caucasian folks, women and men alike, all having a good time, probably drunk as hell, but they was all having a good time. Yeah, having a good time. Last time I tried to throw some or get a lot of people together is when I throw a house party or a hotel party. But when it's trying to get a group of people to go somewhere or do something as a group,
we hype, y'all. I don't like hype. This is one thing you gotta know.
It's an issue. Like, I don't know what's the issues with that. Like, us as black men, we can't. And I understand. Like I said, I had a problem with this when I first started dating her or being with her, because I wasn't used to it. Most black men, we're not used to bringing our women everywhere we go, or having them go with us to certain places, or going to the club. Before I met her, I didn't go with my girl to the club. She went where she went. I went when I went. I didn't do everything like with her, with my people. It didn't work like that. I don't know. I never questioned it because it just didn't work like that.
Or at least try to do it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be everything, but
right. I'm just
try to do it. You
what
know,
I'm just stating is it's not a norm for black men, but it's a norm for white men. Which that's why you say you don't see as many issues or many people calling each other simps. They may, us men, we talk, we do that. I understand that. I get that. I still talk my stuff, but I'm not gonna put down no other man because what he do with his wife and how he moves. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't speak on other men.
or be worried about another grown man.
I have my own worries. I have my own problems. I have my own life, my own fiance, my own kids. Cannot be worried about another man. I will not be worried about what this other man over here doing. He can be a simp all he want. I don't care. As long as he ain't whooping a butt, beating up, that's a totally different thing. But whatever, who cares what this man is doing? Why does it matter? Who cares? But we got to have something to talk about, right? But everyone had a problem with Tory Lanez. I don't see most people say, well, I still want to listen to his music, or I know a lot of women had issues with him, but I don't know the men's side with that one. But
some didn't. Some blamed Megan Thee Stallion with the whole little situation where they were on a date or whatever happened, and he ended up shooting her. I guess it was in the foot or wherever he ended up shooting her at. So
you should never get mad to where you have to shoot somebody in the foot or shoot somebody at all.
If somebody gets you, just drop her off. If it's not working
my thing is, somebody gets you that pissed off to where you shoot them, bro. You got issues. You got issues. You must have not been winning that argument.
Or she said something to strike a nerve.
Right. It's usually when
strike the big nerve. I mean, we weren't there, so we don't really know what happened. But that's just the point.
I mean, the dude is like 5'2", she's like 5'10". Like she's tall, but it's the thing.
He's probably taller than 5'2".
Nah, most of these rappers are small for sure.
Because I'm like, no, we're gonna say I'm 5'3". We're not gonna say 5'2". I'm not gonna say that.
A lot of people with issues.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of people that are crazy. Like you can't talk to them. You can't communicate, and communication is big for me. No matter what type of relationship we are in, communication is big for me. If there's an issue or problem, we need to talk about it. Even if we need to settle down and calm down and go our separate ways, that's cool. But at the end of the day, eventually we have to come together. We have to talk about it. We have to squash the beef, whatever it is. So, I mean, instead of just always going towards violence or whatever it is, like, it needs to be settled. But this whole thing about men need this or men should be in power, and if a woman is doing this and the woman, I mean, come on, like, does it always have to be black, white? We are in 2021. Let's just be 100% honest and real about the situation.
Men cheat,
at the end of the day,
women cheat.
Everybody does a lot of different
Everyone
stuff.
lives their life.
That's what it is. But you never know what a couple or what some people have been through to get to where they're going, and it may look perfect. It doesn't mean that it's perfect. Maybe for that time that they're doing good. We have our issues. We have had our issues, a lot of stuff. And some people that really, really know us, legitimately know us, they know. Very few know, but they know the real.
Right.
Some people that know us, that actually do know us, they know what they see. Not that we're saying that we're putting on a persona, but they know what they see. They know what they've been around. I always suggest this, no matter what type of relationship, no matter who you're talking to, whatever it is, to keep your business private. What y'all decide to do with it, whatever you guys decide is acceptable for your relationship, no matter what type of relationship, you keep it private. Even your family should not know in certain aspects, because family can be messy. Family can be toxic. Anybody can be toxic these days, for real. It doesn't matter if you're blood or not.
And sometimes there was this old couple I saw a while ago, and they've been together for years. And they were doing an interview, and they was like, "Well, how have y'all been together so long?" It's like, "Well, because our problems stay in this house. They don't go outside this household."
Like, he might sleep on the couch, but he's not gonna go to his mom's house or his partner's house,
or I'm not gonna
his people's house.
I'm staying at home. Our problems is our problems. It's inside this home.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it get messy. That's where you get affairs and cheating and everything like that, because people want to tell the opposite sex or same sex, whatever. You just want to tell somebody, your side of the story, so you get that confirmation. You was wrong, or you was right. Either one it was, but you want the confirmation from somebody instead of chilling out, coming back in a few hours and stuff or whatever, and talking it out. Because 9 out of 10, you can figure it out right then and there.
But y'all gotta stop with this simp stuff. Like,
it's gonna keep happening. I just don't get it.
The true simps are not getting called out. That's the problem. And I'm not saying that if you sell drugs or you do whatever you do that is bad. I'm not saying that because I'm not a judgmental type of person. You do your thing, you know what I'm saying? I have dirt up under the rug too. Everybody does. But at the end of the day, don't be judging what another man does, because you never know what they've been through, what they're going through, what they're getting ready to go through, what they're overcoming. You don't know any of that to be judging of whether they're doing something that's wrong legally. I say legally because
Russell Wilson could have been a dog before he got with her.
What they came out of to be the person that they wanted to become, and that's who they've become now. And now they're proud of it. But now you're downing it. Like, people, like you said earlier, people always want to find something to talk about, right? And most of the time, it's got to be toxic, and it's got to be really, really negative bullshit that people want to talk about. That's just what it is, and that's just so tiring.
It seems like people have a problem with black love, like black strong love.
I wouldn't say that necessarily.
Well, it depends on who it is, though, because if it's
Jay-Z and Beyonce, people are all for it.
Of course they are, because it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. But that's my thing. If it's not them and it's other people, it's probably because of who they are. Who cares?
Or either Kevin Gates and and Drake, yeah. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, hey, black love, no matter who it is, prosper, whatever. No matter the love, don't necessarily have to be black love, just love, period, for me personally. That's great.
But like public display of affection, it seems like an issue. And the reason I'm saying this is because, some of these dudes that be calling them simps, they're probably the same way. They just don't display it publicly.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing that's crazy.
Same dudes that do the same thing behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. But you won't call this dude a simp because he displays it. I respect that dude. I respect him because he has no problem doing that. When you don't show your display of affection for your girl, it may have her mind thinking in different ways. She may go another way. Why? Because you don't want to put her on, just out there to people. She may think, okay, am I not good enough for what you hide? That's where the thoughts start coming in. That's where the cheating happens.
But you know what?
Or not even that.
I was gonna say one thing that, and this has changed my mind and my perspective on it a lot. So I used to be a person where no matter who I was with, right, and a lot of females, well, I'm gonna say females because guys don't necessarily care about the whole social media thing and putting yourself out there and letting people know that you're in a relationship, blah, blah. Mainly that's a woman type of deal. That's just kind of what it is. But I used to be that person to feel like if you didn't put pictures up of me, or if you didn't share something about me, not on a consistent basis necessarily, but at least every blue moon that I saw that I felt like, for one, what are you hiding? Are you ashamed? But now I look at it different. Now I'm more of a private person. So, I mean, we can put some stuff out there, but it's not mandatory for me anymore. So I feel like that part of it, again, communication is key when it comes to that. You have to communicate and know each other. You need to know your girl, you as a woman needs to know your guy and what they feel is okay. And then if you feel like, well, I don't know if this person is ashamed of me because they haven't put me out there publicly, like at least one time. I feel like every blue moon it should happen. That's just kind of how I feel, but it doesn't have to be on a consistent basis. And even if it's been a long time, at least for me right now, I know that I'm so confident within myself for who I am and who I have become and who I am becoming, that it's not a need. Because when it's a need and when you put so much stuff out there, people hate positivity. First off, let's just get that out there. You're not putting nothing negative on your social media site or page.
Ain't nobody
so nobody watching, because every time you put something on there, it's something about you all smiling or something about you elevating to the next level. People don't want to see that at all. But people want to see when if I was on Facebook or Instagram bashing him, people would love that. I would get so many likes. I'm not talking about that perspective. I'm talking about, well, that's true, but I'm me personally. I'm talking about just when it comes to like your relationship. People want to see you arguing and stuff. For what? what you putting it out there for? Because it's just entertainment to people. Like, oh wait, I was gonna get off Facebook, but let me see what's going on. Let me scroll. Like that's what people want to see.
And they like no information, but at the end of the day,
but
they don't
want the positive.
care.
They don't want the positive information.
They just want to know what's going on in your life. They want to be nosy, but they don't care. They're not gonna hit you up. They're not gonna say, "What's up with you? How you doing? You all right? You good? You need me to come through?" Nothing.
They'll hit you up though if you're in an argument because that means okay, this is time for me to go in. This is my time to possibly break y'all up. That's what people feed off of. That's the energy. Yeah. That's crazy, right? But it's true. That's what people feed off of. It's like that just gets them hyped. That's their energy. That's just their fix. And it's like that is insane. What is wrong with y'all?
This has always been my go-to statement, and I believe it wholeheartedly. There is no way you can break up a happy home. A truly happy home, there is no way anyone can break that up.
No matter what has happened or transpired between the two of y'all.
If you and your partner are truly happy, there's no amount of woman, there's no amount of man that can come between you two. Because you two are truly happy within yourselves, each other. Like you can be on Facebook and you can have so many likes or whatever through your DMs and everything like that. You ain't paying that no attention because you all about who you with. That's why I say in a truly happy home, you can't dismantle that. You can't. They might use these things to profit. Yep.
Yeah, of course.
I used to have a homeboy.
That's crazy, Jackson.
I used to have a homeboy, and he told me he only used to go after women that was in relationships.
And when he told me that, I'm like, I know dudes is like that. I know.
I said, why would you? That. I'm like, why would you do that?
That's crazy.
He was like, because I don't have no problem. He said, I ain't got to worry about anything. She got a dude she go home to. I just be the side dude. I ain't got to try to buy nothing. She got to do that. I'm just here to console her and everything, talk to her, do whatever I can with her. I'm like, bro, this sound kind of messed up for real. It is kind of messed up.
Hey, to each his own, baby. Do what you do, but
and then do me. But it still sounds messed up. I'm sorry. You do.
And with that type of homeboy, guess what? You need to be careful with having your girl around that type of homeboy. That's just what it is. You need to be careful with that because again, he has verbally just told you.
Yep. But see, and people do profit off negativity. They do. Positivity don't make you any money.
It don't.
Like that's I feel like all this stuff. Why you think they have bad girls clubs?
Like I feel like if we were to start doing negative stuff towards each other on here, or like do negative videos and stuff like that, which I mean we're gonna eventually do some different stuff other than just talking. I just like to talk to people and get people insight and then get insight from whoever can give me insight. I love that back and forth energy. I love that. But if we were to do something negative, we would have a lot more people, even though we are just starting off. First off, you got to be patient. You got to be consistent with what you want to do if you want that to happen. That's just what it is. But at the end of the day, if we were to just always argue or always do what we do, we argue, we're human. It's a whole bunch of stuff that we have gone through that people would probably be like, what? Like, yeah, it's normal. We are human beings. Like, well, you should have found it out. I just said he's going to call your phone. But anyway, people would love that, like just to see that. So if we were just to start to argue and do all that type of stuff, like that's what people want to see. And as you all can probably tell, I am a strong-minded individual, so it takes a lot for people to be okay with that.
Thank you. Classic.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. But people would want to see us be negative towards each other. And the thing is, if we're going to be negative towards each other and have an argument, we're not going to do it on live.
Nope.
We're not going to make a video of it.
Nope.
To make a mockery or fool of ourselves. I'm not cool with that.
Thing is, I don't post anything negative on Facebook. I don't post any feelings that I have. As someone, I don't post anything on Facebook or any type of social media platform. And you don't need to know what's going on in my life.
The crazy thing is when he started, I mean, he's been that type of person, but at first he was like sharing and doing a lot of different, comments and stuff like that on Facebook. But now people don't, because he had first a whole bunch of likes and stuff like that. But now he doesn't because, again, so much positivity is so negative to people. That is twisted. People's mind are just so twisted. Like, Not putting nothing negative or anything like that. People love it. They love it. That's me. That is true. Hey, I'm telling you, because women know the game too. That's just what it is.
And like I said, it's 2021. If you don't think
You can
there
just
are
be
women
used for
out
that.
here that got just as much or a better game than men, I don't know who you think you
Yes,
know or who you
baby.
think you are. You're retarded.
Cause we out here. I was out here. Let me put my glasses back on.
Yeah,
I
put
was
your
out
glass
here.
back on, Pim. So this is my thing. This is what I
Hey,
do.
it comes out. It comes out. The hood, the whatever. It comes out in whatever moment and whatever time. It's
But
just what it is.
it's like I don't know why people ask other people who you talking to, like, or like when you dating somebody. I'm sure you got other people you talk to. Of course, I do. That's just the given.
We just starting out.
I'm not gonna drop everyone in my contact list
Because we went on a date one time.
I don't know you at all. That makes no sense.
Let's be real, because when we first perfect example, when we first started, I was talking to guys. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I was kind of like on my little player mode type thing.
I was out here.
So I know he was out there. Matter of fact, we went on a date or two, and like but he was honest though, and I respected that so much. Like he told me about a date, but then like he texted me while he was on a date. And that's a good sign. Like if y'all know, y'all just started talking stuff, but then he texts you while he on a date. I wasn't worried. Go on your date, baby. Have fun. Apparently, it ain't that good if you're texting me and you telling me, oh, I'm finna go ahead and drop her. What I'm worried about? I'm not worried about nothing, baby. Do what you do. I'm watching a movie, eating popcorn. Holler at me when you're done, because apparently she ain't doing something right, it's just not that vibe. Like you just have to be confident within yourself, and I think I'm so happy that it took me a minute to get there, but to be able to have the confidence. It is not about being conceited, because Lord knows, me personally, I do not like a conceited person. I think you should definitely have confidence within yourself. But when you're so conceited and big headed and can nobody tell you nothing, that makes you unattractive. First off, let's put that out there first. But yeah, like when we first started talking, like I was in a whole little situation and the situation wasn't working and it just took a minute. And I think he had, what was this song by Chris Brown? Like off his first album, y'all probably know what song I'm talking about too. If you listen to Chris Brown back in the day, your man ain't me. Your man ain't me, and I'm like, oh my god. He told me that was the song that he like made for me or whatever. That was my song or whatever. When he thought about me, I'm like, all right. But I mean, it had a point to it, and some people may think that that's corny in itself. But what's corny about that? Like,
I don't care.
That's sweet.
I don't care about what anyone says.
That makes you laugh a little bit, makes you feel good. Like I don't like to bring women to my household because I hate females have this expectation. Bro, me.
Bro, and I thought I was the only person that thought that
out there. Okay, it's not a lot of guys that think like that, Joey. It's not. So put that out there. Communicate that, because first off, women think that that's, for the most part, depending on how your actions and stuff, that's what you're expecting, especially when it comes down to going to one person's house or another. That's what you think that the guy wants. It's just the truth.
Especially, if
so
you
put
are,
it out there. I just want to get to know you.
You are a good-looking person.
Communicate it.
I've actually got, I ain't called nothing, but a chick looked at me weird because I stopped it. Like it's the thing is,
but you know why she did that though? 9 times out of 10, she thought that maybe you were not feeling her for whatever reason. And then she started thinking like, damn, is something wrong with me? Because we so confusing. I know women are confusing. She thought that, but at the same time, she probably thought, I do want to take it slow. But if we don't go for something, like if you don't try nothing with me, then that means he's not interested. You know what I'm saying? One
thing about me is I don't like to hit on females when they drunk. I don't do that. I never did, never have, never will. I don't try to, have sex with people when they drunk. I don't. Because I don't like to take advantage of people like that. I want you to know it's me. Like you wake up, you look at me like, all right, you was a mistake. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling at all. But it's just not me to do that. Mm-hmm. Some other people have no problem with that and take advantage of that all day. That's just not the type of person I am. I want to know what's going on up here with you, though. That's why I'm not always worried about the sex. I want to know what your mind is about.
Yeah.
what you have to bring to the table. What do you plan on doing? Like, I don't need to know what new song Pooh Shiesty got coming out. I don't care about that. But I will talk to you about current events, or how does us as Black people can affect this world, or what we need to do to better this world, or better ourselves, or better our culture. I don't know. Okay. And better our people. That's what I care about. Do you know anything about investments? You don't have to, but I'm just wanting to ask you. Do you know anything about investments? You don't have to read. I don't care if you read or not. But do you have some knowledge of some type of unknown that's not in your normal box for Black people? How long should a man wait for sex? He said, I just watched another video. The woman and man had a debate about how long the man should wait. Are you talking about? This is my thing.
Let me get back out. It keep going on.
So here's the thing. To me, it don't make no difference to me, because it don't make no difference to me. If you want, I will really, really respect a woman who makes me wait.
Call. We're gonna make it on time. I'm gonna call. Okay, look. I'm gonna call. It kept going to speaker. Okay, whatever. It kept going to speaker. Okay, look. Something you said what? It goes to speaker. It keeps going to speaker. Yes, I have 2 brokerage accounts. Huh? I don't know what type of one is. Old fashioned. So when it comes to that question about, I guess, waiting for sex or whatever, right? Perfect example for me and him, right? When we was first talking, right? I will go over there. There was multiple times where I would sleep in his bed. Porn on this side, I'm right here. The man never touched me. He never made an attempt to do anything with me. He would order, this man ordered whatever I wanted, wings, pizza. We would go out to eat because he knew back then I was a fatback. I loved to eat, period. But he never tried anything, not because he only knew the situation that I was in, because I was hurting and I was so devastated and I was so full of pain and anxiety and all this other crap that I had to deal with at the time. But at the same time, he just respected me, and I never found it in a guy. Like maybe a guy that maybe on the second, maybe not necessarily the first time, but like the second date or whatever, then that's when they would make their move. But the first time, of course, a lot of guys like to do that. But in my perspective, I just feel like you have to fill out the vibe. And then again, communicate. I know it kind of sounds weird to communicate. Like, okay, I'm not saying like, hey, so, hey, we supposed to go ahead and, have sex now or what? Like, because that's weird. That's strange. But in another way, I'm saying, you should be able to feel a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You can kiss somebody and it doesn't have to lead to sex. You can do all that. What they say? Oh, okay. You can do that and it doesn't have to lead to sex. But it was just so amazing because he was like one of the first guys that I slept over. You remember I slept over your house?
Yeah.
He never tried anything. We slept in the same room, same bed. He never tried anything. If anything, he was a gentleman. And I was just like, this is like, I got up and I'm just, he laying down, he sleep, right? I'm just looking at him like, because that's not a regular thing. Now, eventually, we had to get cracking, but he was just so, it just impressed me so much that a man was able to do that and wait and be patient and not just go for it. Like, that was something different. That was something that was just real and awesome. And
should women go out on dates with men they don't plan on having sex with? Should they or will they? Because should they? Either one.
Because first off, just because in my mind I don't plan on having sex with you that night or the next night or whenever, doesn't mean that it can't change. Second off, the goal should be, depending on where you are at in your life and what you're truly looking for, is not to just have sex and leave. Unless you just own that shit, then yeah, that's cool, do that. But that's what I'm saying. So it depends on where you're at in your part of your life and what you're looking for at that time. But if you're truly kind of looking for something, then if in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I don't plan on having sex with you. Why can't I go on a date with you? And the other thing that I'm confused on.
What's up, Jamar?
What's up? The other thing that I'm confused on is, and you brought this up today or yesterday. I don't know if you remember. You brought this up today or yesterday, right? The other thing that I'm confused on is that just because you take me on a nice date, because it's not Applebee's 2 for $20, just because you asked me to go on a vacation with you, does not make me liable to have sex with you. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do.
Yeah,
but I think, oh, okay. And a lot of guys, I feel, think that. But guess what, baby? Just because we on this little weekend vacay does not mean that I have to have sex with you. But it also doesn't mean that I'm not feeling you. Maybe it means I want something different. I want to see how much you respect me. I want to see if we can connect. And if we can connect after that, then baby, it can go down. But I want to see what it is. Because, baby, you can get sex anywhere. And I'm sorry, some men think that they're the best at it. You're not. Half the time, the woman is faking. Let's just be honest.
It's crazy because you'll never know who it is or if it's you. They won't say anything.
Dudes be trying to buy the sex. That's what I'm saying. Why are you trying to buy it? Like, this is the thing. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I had an ex that was just so. This is funny. I'm not gonna put nobody's name out there. An ex that was so persistent on wanting it and wanting it. And I kept telling him, "Wait. I'm not saying that we won't do it, but just wait. Just chill, baby. Let's just feel the vibe. Let's hang out a few times, several times, and see where it goes." Long story short, he wouldn't. So I got tired of it. I was like, fine, that's cool. Got down to it. Guess what? And it wasn't because of me.
Damn.
You should have listened to me. And now guess what? I'm not interested in you anymore. Because your mind was right down there the whole time. And baby, I had intentions on doing that with you, but I wanted to see where your head was at. And when it came time when I was like, okay, forget it. We're going to see what you're about. You wasn't about nothing. You so focused on sex when, let's be honest, us as women, we want sex just as bad, if not even more than y'all. But depending on where a woman is in their life at that time, maybe they just want to see how you react to certain things. Maybe they just want to get to know you. Maybe they want to feel the vibe and say, I just don't want to continue to have this body count. I want to see if it's worth it.
That's why I said it's not all I think about.
And also, if you go ahead and have sex with a man, this is the same thing that women think. I guess the same thing that men think as well. You go ahead and have sex with a man and it's whack. We don't think about you no more.
He had a slinky.
Yes. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're so persistent on wanting to get it.
That's funny.
And it crashed. You gotta have sex with this woman on the first and second night. You gotta hit. But when you hit, you're so worried about yourself that you're not worried about even pleasuring her. So since none of that happened, no type of pleasure for her, she's not gonna call you. She's not gonna mess with you because I don't know your mind. So you have to think of it like this.
I don't want it.
From a woman, if you have not given it a chance for you and me both to stimulate each other's mind, and we go straight to sex, and the sex is whack, what am I talking to you for? You've already shown me that you're not about nothing there, but if you take the time to stimulate my mind, and the sex is not as good as I want it to be, because you stimulated my mind, because I love how you think, because I love how you talk to me, because I love how you care for me, because I love how you treat me, because I love your persona, because I love everything about you, that's something that can be worked on. But how can we do that backwards? How can we work on something when you've already given me the whole meal, and the meal wasn't even all that? I know several that can cook better than you in my phone. What am I going to come back for? You got to think like that. Women think like that too. I don't know if men just think.
But see, no, as I'm on the man's point, even as a man, we think like that too. Because honestly,
I know y'all do.
Sometimes, well, I don't know about them, but me, I ain't trying to do with everybody because everybody, like I said, don't smell right. Everybody don't keep themselves clean. I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. Everybody doesn't have the same hygiene when it comes to that, so you can't do that with everyone. Also, like I said, I want to know what's going on up in here. I want to know how. The same. I want to be able to sit down and have a conversation.
Oh, well, congratulations.
That's what's up. Hey, that is a long time to some people. It's not that long, but it is a
forget that. That's a long time.
That's a long time to a lot of people. But really, 5 years go by real quick. Do you remember your last 5 years of your life? It went by real quick. It goes by really quick. A year is a long time to most people. And the crazy thing is, it's not that long. Because before you know it, your birthday come up, then the anniversary comes up, then another birthday come up, then the anniversary comes back up. Like,
yeah,
it's a revolving cycle. But the thing about it is, bro, I respect that, and I'm glad for you. Congratulations on that. But the thing about it is, so many people are scared of that, and I don't know why they're scared of that. To be able to be with one person that
maybe they've been hurt before so much.
Everybody's been hurt. So here's the thing. Yeah, everybody has been hurt at some point. Yeah, so people have been hurt before. I'm sorry, people have been hurt before. Everyone has felt in love before more than once. Some twice, 3 times, 4. Some it happens. Some people fall in love quicker than other people. That's how it happens. But still, that doesn't mean you don't get back on the ball and try it again. We was all kids. We all tried something. We failed. We got back up. We did it again. We felt no pain as kids, like none. A little bit, but we still got up and did it again. So, and I'm glad that's a Black woman. That's a whole other segment that we're gonna talk about.
Oh my gosh, we went to a Marriage Star yesterday. We saw an example of that, but that's for another conversation.
But like I said, I appreciate that, but thank you. And I'm a different thinker than most men. I don't always worry about sex. It can happen at any time, even if I wasn't with her. It can happen anytime for anyone, anywhere. You can pay for it or you can get it for free. Either one. It can happen at any time. There's more to life than just that for me.
And you have to think about it. Like we made another video about this. When you're having sex with people, no matter what you want to call it, quickie, whatever you call it, you are getting so intimate that you're exchanging energy. So if you are having sex with somebody that you don't barely know, and you don't know that they are a flip individual, and that their mindset is gone, and that they're dealing with a whole bunch of issues, guess what, baby?
They relate all those demons to you.
The energy is exchanged. So now you wake up the next day, or maybe the next week or two, you're like, damn, I'm just not feeling like myself. That's the energy, baby. Sometimes it takes more time than other times, but you've exchanged the energy. So now you have to deal with not only your own demons, but you're dealing with theirs. That's real because you're getting intimate. You're exchanging energy, whether it's bad, good, or in between. But you have not even tried to stimulate their mind to see what type of energy you could expect to receive from them because you're so worried about that. You got all the pockets for asking for a quickie. Hey, I mean, shit, hey, stuff happens. But just being honest, like you have to really think about that. Like, and I remember there were a couple of my ex, well, not even necessarily exes that I was talking to. We can never even get to that level because, okay, when you get comfortable with somebody and you're with somebody and, you've been with them for years and they roll over and their breath is bad. Okay, whatever. I done been with you. I know that you usually keep yourself at the par, but it's the morning time. Your breath ain't go wash your teeth. I'm gonna go brush your teeth. I said wash your teeth. I'm go brush your teeth. If it's that bad, go wash your teeth. But what I'm saying is, I've stopped talking to people. People may think whatever, that's fine. I've stopped talking to people because their breath has just been so terrible.
Well, see, breath is that's a deal
Like,
breaker
if this
for
is
a
our
lot
first or
of people.
second time meeting up, like, make sure it's right. Some people, and I also feel like you don't even care enough to make sure that you're right for me. So again, why would I want to exchange energy with you like that on that type of level? You're not even doing the best you can to keep yourself up to present yourself to me. You don't care how you present yourself to me. So therefore, I don't care to get to know you anymore. And yeah, I'll be honest, I might go on a date with you to get the meal because I'm hungry. But after that, what we got to talk about? You're not going to hear from me again.
You can do it. Women can do it.
Women do it too. Women do it too. That's the thing. I know some men probably feel like women don't, but women do it too. It happens. Like, the same thing that y'all do, we can do it. Maybe in a different type of way. Or
Bro,
maybe,
I just thought I was on a date with a chick and she had just about as much game as me. I dapped her up. I'm like, bro, respect, you cold. Because she was talking to another dude while she's on a date with me. I really didn't care. I really didn't. But it's just the simple fact of I got her to walk. No, I just playing. But it's just
it is so high up, y'all. I do not like heights. Like, if you get to know me, I hate heights. This is so high.
hey, you hear me?
Use the fool. I ain't gonna lie, I've done this several times.
But to be honest,
Several times.
wasn't free.
And I'm not even now because he had to pay for it. I've even in an instance like that, it has even been, oh, order whatever you want. I'm not the girl that's gonna be like, okay, well, give me the lobster, give me the shrimp tail, no, add a steak. Matter of fact, give me the biggest steak you got and give me the most expensive wine that you have. I'm not this type of person. I'm still just gonna get something that I want. Some women are not like that. They don't care. But I'm different. I'm not gonna do that. I do have some type of heart. But when you mess up the energy, when you mess up the vibe, when you say ignorant ass stuff, it pisses me off. So in my mind, okay, yeah. You wanna go out to eat tomorrow? Okay, we can do that. But in my mind, this is the last time, but I'm hungry, so we're gonna do that. Unless it's something that you can say to change my mind or you come with an apology, but most of the time it's not gonna be an apology because they're not even aware that they've already messed their chances up. They just keep trying and trying and trying. Like the little Energizer bunny. Stop. Take the batteries out. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like, for us, it has been, I don't know, we're going to have to call them in a second. I'm going to call them in a second. But for us, it has been 8 years. Usually what we'll do is we will like broadcast and we used to do all that. But that goes back to me saying I'm not really a big person on broadcasting a lot of stuff on social media anymore because for one, it's not that important. As long as we know what we have, regardless of the issues and problems that we have, we know what it is at the end of the day. And that's all that matters. If we want to display something, we will. If we don't, it's not that big of a deal. I have people asking me, well, when you gonna have some more kids? I haven't had them this in all this time. Just my son and my stepson, his other son. But mind your business, and there's nothing wrong with asking that. But stop asking it every time. Mind your business. Okay? Maybe I'm content with where I'm at. Maybe he's content. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. I'm just saying. But then you also got to think when you don't know. So, he has an uncle that are twins. He has a set of triplets in his family that are cousins, and he has another set of twins that are cousins. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay. I have a twin brother and sister. I'm okay. Okay. You know, games. I care about people. Hygiene. Yes, I'm telling you, hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. Bless him. Yes, I do feel like you were just saying that about promoting marriage. Yeah, like
This is the thing. We have it all wrong. You know, sometimes we learn stuff with people who don't have it that way. Like we try to learn relationship advice from our mother or father who's not in a relationship. Or we try to learn, marriage advice from someone who's been divorced. I don't want to know anything about marriage from you and you divorced.
But at the same time,
You can get information what not to do, but I would rather learn that from someone who's in a successful marriage. Because what did you do to keep it going? You're going to tell me what you did to fail at it, which is no problem at all. Let me know what you did to fail. But I want to know why it keeps going. Plus, you're not going to tell me, huh? Right. So, and that's the crazy thing. Like, people saying all this stuff about marriage. There's nothing wrong with marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing if the two are one. It's a very beautiful thing. What we're seeing lately is people that have been together for a year or 2 years and then get married and divorced because they find out that's not what they wanted, or this is not who I wanted. Or I find out that this person has credit issues, or this person has this type of issues that I can't deal with. Right. Creating a bond. People that get married young or get married a year after they've been together. Now, if that's you, that's cool. It doesn't matter. But what do you really know about that person? Oh, I understand that. I understand that completely. You know, that's like really trying to get some basketball or sports advice from someone who's in the G League or the D League, or someone who was washed up, could have made it to the NBA but didn't go, or the NFL, whatever. That's like getting advice from them on how to get there. They never got there. So that's the thing that I don't get. Marriage is not a bad thing. When I see successful marriage, it's beautiful to me. You know, they cool with each other, they content, they're great. And it doesn't, and people think they have this persona that marriage is the wife say everything and the man just yes, honey. Yeah. No. I don't know who the hell told you our marriage is like that. I don't know who said that. Because I would never in my life be a yes man to anyone. Ever. However, what I will do is I will have her back and she will have mine, regardless of what it is. And a lot of times when we making decisions, she'll ask me first, so what you think? And depending on what it is, I may ask, you go ahead and take this. Some of those relationships with those type of people, those are people who don't have the heart to stand up for themselves. That's what it is. No, there's nothing wrong with marriage or black marriage is that. People keep promoting black marriage as bad as we always end up in divorce. And that's why a lot of times we don't have too many people married. Everybody want to be single this. That's fine. Live your life. If you want to be single, that's fine. I don't care. Do you. But I know a lot of single people on my timeline, they say suffer about being lonely and everything like that. Well, they wish they could find the one that don't have nobody, so you ain't getting no money. So we having some issues with the. Let me go find out something. Go ahead and get up out of here because we're supposed to be doing something right now and it ain't even got a call about it and it's not working out. So we're about to figure this out. So I respect y'all. Thank you all for tuning in. Also, I know anyone tell them to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Don't eat hotel chocolate.
Don't be good, dog.
Don't eat chocolate. Don't eat that. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back, of course. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up? We getting ready to go, Mr. Wright. But thank you for tuning in, though.
We respect that.
We respect that. But thank you, guys. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Stay safe. Black love, black unity.
Black graffiti.
And peace.